Only that those who are delegates here should vote for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Wazir Adama. PDP!
The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see. The more you...
So they played with a Wike. After with a Wike had expended over 200 billion naira of River State money in bailing out Tambuwal's Sokoto. If not, Sokoto State would have declared bankruptcy under Tambuwal immediately after COVID. So, in return, with a Wike expected that Tambuwal would help rally the northern PDP delegates for him. And he was expecting them to do so until they put the rug under his feet. And he never remained the same since then. Okay? When a Wike lives in his own world, you need to understand that whenever you are watching him, you know, the way he talks, what he does, and all of that, right? They are Wike's world, currently sponsored by Tifnumbu, because that's the lifeline he's got, his insurance. If Tifnumbu, not even Tifnumbu, if Bajabia Mole decided to be like, you know what, we've had enough of him, get rid of him, Wike will become more worthless. But in politics, right, what they do in politics is this, they don't tell even the horrible, they don't tell them to get out of here, go away. You know, in Yoruba, they will say in politics, right, in Yoruba, they will say, go see Bare Dasong, Kore Bosibi, is what they have in politics, because they call it the game of numbers. So the good, the bad, the ugly, sort of. So that is, I believe, that is the playbook that Tifnumbu is pretty much using. Where Wike is good to do some of these dirty jobs, right? Get the judiciary on the line, even though Tifnumbu can do that himself. But why? When Wike could do it. And today, a lot of you knows that with Wike's, corruption has compromised even your judiciary the more. All right? They have given ridiculous court orders, court judgments that are not known to your law, and they've entertained them. A lot of people believe that with the Wike is the head of the Nigeria judiciary. Is the one building them houses, mansions rather, buying them the latest car. Why Tifnumbu is announcing their wage increase. So in that order, so you won't really be able to hold Tifnumbu concept the way you possibly rather understood with Wike and the judiciary. Yeah, it's kind of like a 48 laws of power. I can't remember law what. They said that use the cat clause to pick that hot shackle. You know that hot shackle that you want to take from the fire, right? So you can use the cat clause, which means use somebody else. So if it's going to burn them, it will burn them, not you. You still get what you want. In River State as well, in the Wike's mad world, where the APC faction that is not really supposedly recognized. Let me explain that so that you can understand, okay? In River State, they have two APC chairmen. One is not chairman, which is Tony Okocha. He's a former chairman. So when his time lapsed and they got new chairman, right, he retained, he was like, no, he's still the chairman. But he was not really recognized that much. However, the other one went to court and the court said that's the authentic chairman. And the problem is this. The authentic chairman, who was supposed to be recognized by their national party, is not. Tony Okocha, who is parading himself as the chairman, right, has now aligned with Wike to give himself legitimacy meaning is the one who has closeness enough to the federal in the APC Rivers State. So this divided APC Rivers State is proudly sponsored by Wike by giving legitimacy to Okocha. And in that regard, Okocha is in support of Wike, meaning APC is controlled by Wike. But others will say no, it's a faction of APC. But how did the faction come by? Then PDP Rivers State is like PDP, it's like independence PDP because of Wike. You know, the control of the PDP in the state is firmly in his grip, and he has told them to cut off any relationship with the federal at the time. Well, he didn't tell them personally, but I mean, they had to, because in 2023, PDP Rivers State couldn't even campaign. They were the one in power, but they couldn't even campaign for their presidential candidate in their states. They couldn't organize anything anywhere for Atiku because of Wike. And they had to live like that for years. So another guy who happened to be a former governorship candidate too, Tonye Cole. Yeah, Tonye Cole. So that one was on Politics Today with Sheung a few days ago. And he called Wike confused because they are not sure if it's a PC or if it's PDP. So it's like making it look like a rainbow high. This is Wike's idea of one-party states in Rivers State. Okay? Whenever election is coming, if the decision is to make the governor, PDP governor, APC deputy governor, PDP speaker, APC speaker, PDP deputy speaker, they can write, because all they have to do is just to write the names. So you can't be sure and say, what party are you? They will probably say, well, they are with the Wike's party. That's the state of their politics there. No thanks to Tifnumbu. So Tonye Cole was like, PDP was supposed to, APC, which happened to be Tifnumbu's party, should at least be getting stronger. If Wike wanted to come and join them, he should join them. If he wants to be in his PDP, he should be in his PDP. But this kind of a political game, rainbow party, is absolute bollock. Here is Wike's response to that. According to him, Tonye Cole is a two-faced liar, something like that. That when Fulbara was suspended and it was obvious that they were going to get rid of him, Tonye Cole contacted him and said, oh, you know what, can we work together now? Because he wanted to be governor. Meanwhile, Tonye Cole was supposed to be Rotifmi Amechi's political ally. Now his response. Wike.
Look, I want to governor, go and pop this, assembly, go and pop this. I won't do that.
But why? I had a guest on this program, and he's a stakeholder in River State, who says you are confusing them in River State. Yeah. That on one hand, you're controlling PDP. On another hand, through the back door, you are controlling APC.
Who's that?
Tonye Cole. He said he wants you to...
No, I want to know. There are several Tonye Cole.
Tonye Cole who ran against you.
They said, no. Is it the one that says they're Pastor Tonye Cole?
Pastor, yeah.
No. People are...
So the one, he ran against you. You forgot him.
No. He couldn't have run against me.
No, as a governor.
No, it doesn't have what it takes.
Really?
No.
But it was on the ballot against you.
No, not me.
In 2019?
No. He was not a candidate.
There was a candidate of the APC.
There was no candidate of APC. Supreme Court, he had no candidate. They didn't participate in the election. They did not participate, couldn't run against me. See. I tried to... I saw the clips. There was one Pastor Tonye Cole said, I'm confusing. Why? He should continue to be confused. At my level of politics, we are not at the same time. Please. Tonye Cole cannot talk about politics of Rivers and Nigeria and say he's going to sit down with me. He has no character.
Why did you say so?
Okay, let me tell you why he says so. When I come out to say this, people laugh. You know, people are terrible. In 2022 to 2023, Similaya Fumara ran under PDP. That was when Toyeko ran under APC. He didn't run against me. He doesn't have what it takes. He knows.
But he was a candidate of the APC.
He was not a candidate. Ask him now, was his name in the ballot? He was not. Will you run when your name is not in the ballot?
Well, you were the one putting fire in their house then?
Putting fire in my enemy's house?
Yes.
Am I to help my enemy to grow?
But does it help democracy?
What is democracy? That my enemy does not want to follow the law and the law caught up with him? What's my business? But anyway, so that they don't, so they don't want me to say what I'm supposed to say. That's how you know characters. Toyoko, I would have put it in jail.
Really?
Yes, as governor.
Oh
my God, oh my God.
What offense?
Oh my God. These were the people who crippled the resources of the state with Amechi. He was a conduit pipe with
he wasn't in power.
Sahara, no! Through Sahara. Okay, I'll come to that. So, you know, I don't like to say things that I have no facts. I'll come to that. In 2022-2023, when similar for defeated the same Tony Cole, he went to tribunal and he just saw, for what I had, they said Tony Cole is an injunction. Fubara injunction. He took him to tribunal. Fubara won. He took the court of appeal. Fubara won. Now, when he now saw, or when he heard that there was a division between me and Fubara, you know what he did? He told my former party chairman, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, who today is a federal commissioner in revenue and fiscal mobilization. What did I say? Ambassador Desmond Akawo, to come and talk to me. Huh? Desmond came. What are you talking about? Who? Very cool. I will come and talk about from Pan to fire again. Amechi. I should support somebody Amechi. No, it's only more. He said, no, that's okay. Call him. My swimming pool. You call him. You put him on speakerphone. You know, he said, look, you know, this thing, you want us to support you now. And what about this Amechi factor? He said, no. No. Amechi cannot control him. So I now told this man, look at characters. What kind of character is this? Is that the kind of people you put in power? Now because you want to be this, you have denied Amechi now. Is that the kind of people, you know, I'm talking about Toyoko, who now thought my disagreement or so-called grievances or so-called problem between me and my governor will not make me to be angry to fight him for him now to emerge as the governor in the Supreme Court. You see the kind of characters people are talking, and they passed on that. That's what I heard people say. And that's the kind of thing people try to project. You have denied Amechi simply because you want me to support you now. You have denied Amechi. But let me tell you, he was the one in charge of Sahara. You know what these guys did? They stole the state resources. They sold our gas turbine for $308 million US.
To who?
That's who bought it. Why did they pay the budget? Remember,
when you said they stole, that's a heavy allegation.
No, it's not about heavy allegation. And that's why when I say I mention every time, I say, my God, does this man think that everybody is dead? Nobody knows about this. You remember, there was a panel of inquiry. You remember? Mm-hmm. That he was indicted. Sahara was indicted. Amechi went to court. Even though he shot the court first. But when I came on board, I had to open the court. He was the first person that ran to court. The court is for the mighty and for the poor too. Thank God he has come. He lost. He went to Court of Appeal. He lost. He went to Supreme Court. In fact, Supreme Court judgment came out 3 days before the APC primaries, national primaries for presidency. Yes, that. You know, this country. So when I see people, this Toyoko, He was the one in charge of Sahara. He was a conduit pipe.
But
no,
he's a co-founder of Sahara. Just a moment. Let's let the record.
Well, I don't know what
he's a co-founder of Sahara.
That you come and tell me what.
But if that company is involved in that, are you going to hold a co-founder, someone who is probably not running the day-to-day affairs?
I know he was
of the company?
As at that day, he was. He was. He only resigned when he wanted to run for a governorship now. Yes. It's called that. Look at our hotel, Olympia Hotel. They took it, brought it to Hamburg. Go and check. Go and check.
But is it a bad thing for a private sector person to buy over?
They stole. No. It was stealing.
What do you mean by
that? Totally stealing. Stealing. And let me tell you what happened. It's unfortunate for this nation, for this country. When I see people talking, when I say I'm making them talking and this, look, I want to.
You know something about Nigeria? Yeah, a lot of us, right, listening to these guys tell you about their criminal activities or the criminal activities of others and how they have evaded justice, like investigation, probe, or even prosecution. And then you sit down there and you just shake your head and say, like powerlessly. They will come on TV. Now, listen to that part, right? Before we get to the end of, he was simply asked that he should let them know if he's going to be in PDP or APC rather than controlling both for his own political advantage. That's a very straightforward question. Oh, no, I am in PDP. I'm not APC. I don't have to help them in their party. If they're having problems here, that's not my own. That's a very straightforward one. But that will not make Wike feel comfortable because Wike is a benevolent person. In his world, he has helped a lot of people. And all he needed from them was just to be loyal and submissive. But rather, they betrayed him by choosing somebody else, by doing something else, by share you get. He's always been the one giving, I helped this one, I helped that one. This one came to me for help. I did not help him. This one wanted me to. I did not. I did it for this. Then he went on to say, Tonye Cole and Amechi stole 300 and that's direct thing. He didn't even use the word mismanaged. No, it's actually stealing. That's fancy word for stealing too. Mismanaged. What is mismanaged? And he made that outlandish, outrageous allegation, which possibly is true. Yeah, I'm not going to probably say it's not. Even though the story may not be as direct as he put it to. But he used 6 minutes to talk about the person who called him politically confused. He is not confused. He is just there to keep a lot of them confused. Because their confusion is what gives him leverage. So to say, oh yeah, they looted the state. I could have put him in jail. Why didn't you? The same way the Wike that is recently exposed to have bought a house of over $2 million in Florida, in the US. Nobody's going to investigate him. And if they did, they're never going to make it public. It is just going to be part of the compromise. River State lost over 1.8 trillion naira mismanaged funds under Wike. He should be in jail. Amechi should be in jail. Maybe Tonyeko should be in jail too. Majority of them should be in jail, not in any authority or in any power. But it is Nigeria. The criminals lose. Okay, you just need to choose which of the camps you want to belong to, and then you'll be protected. While the country bleeds. Oh, he did say something about the chairman of PDP too, because he also helped him. But now that one want to kill him. That's what he said. With a Wike.
Look, let the Maiyegun continue. Now, for whatever reasons, people who want to be presidential candidate or what felt that, oh,